Flu Flames locations. Hogwarts, the Grand Staircase. The Bell Exit. The Bell Tower Wing. Beast.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Of course, Professor. Is this an appropriate...
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to learn it in school, where we can instruct you properly as to its use. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Lumos. Utility. Triangle button R2 button.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time.
The exploding charm, Bombarda, is a heavy damage spell that causes an explosive blast in a large area. Map. Flu Flames locations. Quests. Professor Garlick's assignment. Madam Cogger's assigned. Madam Cogger's Professed. Flight test. Surprise meeting. Cross button. Map. Flu Flames locations. South Hogwarts North the High North Jackdaw's Tomb. North Hogwarts Jackdaw's Tomb.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
They'll understand.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
Centaurs are known for being wise.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's off, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Vic had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a...
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the Centaurs...
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I trust him. He was annoyed, isn't Moonstone?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I trust him. Centaurs.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Map. The High North 4. Forbid quests. Flight in the Shad Cross map. North Hogwarts for Ancient South Hogwarts Valley. The Ancient Rookwood Feldcroft.
Bombarda!
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
This is more complicated than we can...
We just need to get Anne to the catacomb and work out how to make a dark sacrifice.
Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. Anne will only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Very well.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome. I'm Bernard Indiai, and this is my shop. Is there...
May I see your wares? Thank you.
I should be going now. Revelio.
The Feldcroft well.
Aloha Mora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back. Dear Anne, Hogwarts isn't the same with...
Revelio.
Sebastian, this is my potion kit, not yours. Leave... Map, Feldcroft region, quests. All, in the Professor Gall flight test. Cash in the man behind the moons, the plight of the house elf. Deke wants to speak to me in the cross map. The Highlands, Feldcroft region, Hogsmeade. Flue Flames, secret rooms. The room of
Would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that. Deke has had a thought. He... Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
I'll find Tobbs.
I understand. Leave it to me, Deke. I'll find Tobbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
Map, Flu Flames locations. Hogwarts, South Hogwarts region. North, the Highlands. North, Forbidden, Hogs, the plight of the house elf, Spinner's Cavern. Hogs, Ghost of Our Love, Upper Hogsfield. The up.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Sir. Map, the Highlands, Hogsmeade quests. Or Grief and Cross, Map. Hogsmeade Valley, Hawklump Hollow. Flu Flames locations, Exit, Grief and Vengeance. The Great Hall, Hufflepuff.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
She should be proud of you.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm so sorry, Natty. Are you looking to have... I'm so sorry, Natty.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Map. Flue Flames locations. The Great Hall. Murky Depths. Nari descending for sweets. Cross button. The Great Hall.
It's me, Gareth.
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was hoping you might want to redeem yourself for not having brought me that Frupa feather and potions. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
I can't wait to see what you brew up, shouldn't you?
Where do you find time for this and your homework?
I've plenty of time for both, been managing for years. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
I'd be happy to. It sounds rather untoward. Secret passage.
Of course. You never know when you might need a quick means of escape from the castle.
Brilliant, thank you. But you should know that it's not exactly quick. It's the secret bit that's helpful. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
I'll give it a try.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find. This looks like the right statue. Now, what was the password? Descendium! Goodness, who knew this was all down here? The lift must be how I get down. Looks broken though.
Lumos.
Repairer! That seems to have done the trick. This castle will never cease to surprise me. Confringo! Leviosa! I'm going to have to get past this. Leviosa! Reparo! Leviosa! Confringo! One more to go and I'll make it across. Repairer! Leviosa! Something is getting in the way of that platform. Perhaps I should cast Accio to get that frame out of the way first. Accio! Whoa. Leviosa! Perhaps I should cast Accio to get that frame out of the way first. Accio! Levioso! Aha, got it. This must be the way. I need to find a way to open that gate. Confringo! Something. Honeydukes.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
I have the dried billywigs things. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
Map, Hogsmeade. Collection chests, Flue Flames location, the Great Hall. Great Hall.
Darling Charms is dire. Nothing's as clever as playing with fire.
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywigs things.
You got them! Incredible.
All yours. For a fee.
Getting them was more work than I expected. I'd like to be paid for my time.
Course. Didn't think it would be that much trouble, but I'm happy to pay for your help. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I've brewed my first batch of fizzing whizbeer.
Map, Flue Flames locations, quests. All in the plight of the house elf, the man behind the moons. Cat, the plight of the flight test. Cross button. Map. Flue Flames locations. The astronomy wing flight test. I purchased a broom from the bell tower wing. Summoner's court. Map flying club. History of magic class. I need history, the bell tower wing. History of the bell tower, history of magic, the bell tower wing. History, triangle, fly.
Care to get you one?
Oh, drat! I'm not ready for Professor Bin's lecture. I've got my pillow.
In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effects it had on the wizard milling industry. Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
And now for a stroll to the bell tower entrance hall. Along with the rest of the castle, it was completed in the late...
If you fail history of magic, you're doomed to repeat
All
it.
in the bell towers that loom above
class, that is.
contain myriad interesting artifacts.
Revelio.
Goblin art.
Good to see you again. Recovered from that nasty bout of dragon pox, have we?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
Are you? Well then, welcome. No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of various wizarding councils, codes, statutes, and of course, goblin rebellions. Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding politics, such as Eargit the Ugly. Some are talented artisans, such as Bragbor the Boastful.
Bragbor. I know that name.
Did you say Bragbor? I know that name. Lord Cock said he was an ancestor of Ranrock.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine much of his goblin-wrought iron and silver has survived to this very day. Now, where were we? Oh yes. Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft. Another notable historical figure. He's right nearby. Curious students can find him on display here in the bell tower.
Revelio.
Three Sisters Bell.
These bits of broom are all that's left of a witch called...
Broken Broom.
Rumour has it, she was demonstrating her experimental lunar apparition.
This is a centuries-old likeness.
Confringo! Revelio.
Grimbold Weft.
Oh yes, I see you found Grimbold Weft.
Yes, I enjoyed.
Yes, I rather enjoyed seeking him out.
The thrill of these Now, let's turn our attention. He's also standing in eternal but symbolic watch over the bell tower is a retinue of loyal knights, or rather, statues of knights, I should clarify. Keen-eyed students will spot the statue of Sir Afpuddle of the Cheerful Countenance nestled among the ranks.
Afpuddle.
His fame was not won by vanquishing foes and...
Waving Knight.
Yard and sculleries, where his warm and approachable demeanor was celebrated by old friends and newcomers alike. I encourage everyone to make
Leave it to Binns to make the most interesting school in the world seem dull.
Hogwarts is impervious.
Professor Binns, I found the statue of Sir Afpuddle.
Ah, well done. So beloved. Of course, that did not...
That's a shame. I'm not... That's a...
Pity goblins and wizards can't get along.
History does tend to repeat. The wise...
I've always said that travel broadens the...
Map. Flu Flames locations. Hop quests. Madam Cog in the cross map. Flu Flames locations. South Hogwarts region, Hogwarts Valley, South the Poidsea Coast, Maran the Highlands, Maran William Lake, Poid the High Merlin Trial. The Try. Map, the Highlands. South the Highlands, the Poidsea Coast. Enum the Highlands, Feldcroft region, the Highland, Hogwarts, Merlin. Map, the Highlands. Coastal Cavern, the High Poidsea Coast, 2, East South Sea, North Poidsea Coast, Mar the High Cradcroft, the High Mar in the shadow of the mountain, triangle.
Bombarder! Confringo! Levioso! Defender!
Too quiet, if you ask me.
Arrogant child! I'm a goblin, not a toy!
Potato!
Don't get accustomed to that!
Defender! Bombarda!
Move of a coward! Not very good at this, are you?
Defender! Bombarda! Leviosa! Depulso!
You won't get away with that.
Leviosa! Depulso!
Missed me!
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air refreshing?
Circle.
Nothing pleasant about this coast.
I received your owl. Thank you.
I'm glad you came. I spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast. Overheard one of them say they're headed to another cavern, like the one we found. How are they still one step ahead of us? They can't know about the triptych.
I don't know. I did see another memory. This time it was a keeper. She was unnerved by Isadora's use of ancient magic. But I still can't be sure how any of it connects to Ranrock.
These keepers are playing games with you. You need to press them for more information.
It doesn't work like that. To access each of these memories, I have to complete a trial. They're showing me the memories in a particular order.
Of course I do. Perhaps I should do this on my own. Of course I care, Sebastian. We've come this far. Don't let your frustration get the better of you.
Fine. I'll defer to your keeper friends. For now. But I don't like it.
We don't have a choice. Now, shall we see why the triptych led us here?
Let's go, quickly, before we're spotted. Keep a close eye out. I saw some of Ranrock's crew moving off the path just ahead.
I wonder why.
Raiding, I imagine. This mountain used to safeguard local hamlet valuables. But it's been abandoned ever since Ranrock took hold of the coast.
Map, the Highlands.